Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, had a fantastic day. Managed to get 3 videos up this morning. We're doing a little bit of a comparison on the OBR 37.7 between Piston Port and Reed. To see the difference, just two different cars with different setup. They're taken up where mine we're taking off and going around corners. We'll make the stock standard, done the same thing, and because of the weight wise, the thing gets up on its back wheels and wheelies all the way. Mind you, that has got a 2-speed in it. Okay, so anyway guys, today's video is about a Rovan 45. Alright, this is the original 45. I first started on YouTube. I have done a customer one, Reed one case wise, silver Reed. That worked out good. But anyway, we're doing a lot of R&D to keep this simple. The other have power and reliability all in the one. You can't have one or the other. Reliability, yes you can, but obviously you're going to add a bit of power. Now, you can put stacks of power in these motors and all that. The reliability is the one that's going to get you. So anyway, this is my original motor, which I've changed things, and you see it on the video run today. There's a big difference. Right, so I took this to work yesterday. It was 45 degrees yesterday. You could not do anything, so I got up early. I went to my workplace, which I've been off work for about 2.5 weeks. Unfortunately, I have to go back to work on Monday. So I did machining, so to put this to a billet. Okay, remember this is the first 45, and set it up for one of these 49cc similar off a 49cc off a pocket bike, right? This is where these come from. You can get different size domes for these too. 10 to 1, 11 to 1, and up to 15 to 1. There's different pressure. 3 different sizes on these. Yeah, so anyway, we machine it so it's got tight tolerance. This does not flop backwards or forwards. Okay? It's as snug as a rug. Alright guys, so anyway, you watch the video all the way through because you guys are going to start to learn something. I noticed, I was doing this for a while, then I noticed someone else has been doing it. Okay, there's good things and bad cons about it. Anyway, so first of all, this has been stuffed. JB Weld, my stuff don't come off. You've got to prep this properly. You're not going to get 300 degrees down here for this JB starts coming off. Alright, so yeah, this stuff's not going to move. You know, I already thought about it for expenditure, aluminium compared to something like this. Yes, there's a proper port putty you can buy. It's a lot dearer. It's special for this type of thing, but I don't have problems with JB Weld as long as you prep your stuff properly. Okay, so you notice I've done a lot more the stuffing on there. This gives you that power down below. Goes like a bullet. Okay, but you sacrifice the top end. Alright, so that's why I'll be going a different way. I think this motor only revved about 14,000, nothing fantastic, but just take off like a wounded bull. So now the motor you see on the running in the Baja has no stuffing. Yes, it has the bit of JB Weld so it's the same transfer, so it meets up or matches. Doesn't have that. So what I did more crankcase volume. Crankcase volume will give you that more revs up top. right, and I think it's gained another 3,000 easy. I didn't have time to put the tacho on. Now, doing this would suit something like a forward drive version. It's got a little bit of weight. This will solve your problem. It'll explode and do what you want, and so on. So, all right, we cover that part. Now, the part that I noticed, I was doing this, and then I noticed someone else is doing it. The cons are good and bad about horizontal gas putting on your piston. This works well. Okay, you notice I've got a lot of carbon on here, and this is more, you get this problem on a 45 because the piston is on an angle. Okay, and I notice around the piston, yeah, I've got carbon all around it, and so in other words, it's upsetting the flow inside that cylinder head. So that's why we do a billet head up and down spark plug. Okay, you're directly firing on top of the piston, and your carbon be only in the middle here. Okay, you might see there's washing this and this and that, but yeah, I'm getting carbon. Now, putting the spark plug where it should be sort of resolves a lot of things. Now, yes, doing horizontal putting, drilling down in your ring lanes works wonders, especially on Rovan motors when they're not perfectly round cylinders. That tends to solve the problem. All right. There's actually two things is probably against doing this. Okay, I actually ran this 45 for quite a while now. What I'm finding, by the looks of it, I've got scratches on the exhaust side. I'm not sure you can see it. All right, and you can see, yeah, that pushes that ring out for sure. So you got a proper seal on that ball. But I reckon where those scratches have come from, I'm getting carbon down these holes that are drilled. Carbon can be, when it's hard and all that type of thing, can scratch the board just the same. So I think that's where that come from. Two, where you position your holes, where your ring gap is probably another issue. Now, what I'm finding, you don't see scratches all over the bore and all that, everything's running good, but that's definitely from the carbon going down those holes that's causing that. So, right, we're just going to show you the rings out of here. Now, these are the total things that right, notice. Okay, so the ring gap is on the top piston. Where the carbon is on the side, we've got a bit of a blow down. Okay, can you see that, guys and girls too? Same time, I'm getting bypassing that spot there. Okay, it's going down to the second ring lane. Mind you, I'm running 2 rings. I don't have a problem running 2 rings. Actually, I probably prefer to run 2 rings, sort of in a way that just more compression over the range. You'll find a single ring. I'll go in and step up in power on the graph, then come back down again. Where you'll find a double ring will start raping up straight away and hold it for a longer period before it goes down. Okay, I'll send this on dynos and that. Right, so you can see now we'll show you the top ring. Get a better view of that carbon on that spot there. So that ring was not going against the cylinder. Other side was. Okay, so obviously when it was spreading out with the holes and that, it was bulging the ring out there, but this part here is not bulging out. So in other words, the rest of us doing the job bar that part. So that sort of explains a little bit of power loss after running this for quite a while, quite a while. It's done its job, and I'm quite happy. I've got my money's worth and blah, blah, blah. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to, I won't throw the piston out, keep it out for a worn engine, because it'll bring it back alive again, clean it all up, and should be right. Just remember, just take a little bit off the bottom in the front. It gives you more duration on the inlet timing, and don't go any more than that. Right, guys. So anyway, machined the cylinder yesterday. I forgot I left the base gasket home. I found another gasket, well, not the right one, but sort of give me 0.5, so I can machine this at the right height where I want it. Anyway, I'm just going to give you a quick show on this. Okay, put it all in. All right, that's beautiful. Got it down. The only thing I got to do with this, I'm probably got to take 0.3 off the piston, machine it. I could either put 0.3 on the base, in other words, to stack the cylinder up to the piston's level, to the deck of the motor itself. Okay, so I either do that or machine the piston. Put the head on 0.5 copper gasket. Down at the bottom's at 0.5. I can either add 0.2 on that. I don't want to put the Rovan base gasket. They're 1 mil. They're too thick. All right. So the whole idea is where you want to put the cylinder. All right, guys. So I sort of work everything. I will be doing bigger billet heads than that. I've got them here. We're just only testing. Using these heads at the moment to, right, she's on, mate, there is no movement backwards and forward, no end play, no nothing. It has to be snug. Alright, I've probably machined a little too much off this with the coils on there. There's enough on there. I could have saved 3 mils, 4 mil, just that I didn't want to take any off this cylinder head. Now, I can put bigger billet heads on there. For you guys, you want to get one of these, well, get them AliExpress. They're not that expensive. One of them I couldn't get a certain colour. I ended up buying the 49 kit. Wasn't that dear. Got it here. Use the head bolts they supply. I re-tap and do the threads on the base to 6 mil. Right, and at the end of the day, the bolt's okay the way it is, but I end up putting head studs on these. And the reason's that, so you're not ripping in and out, and you're not wrecking the thread on the bottom and down there. You just Loctite them in. Same way as the tailor setup, guys. So here's the tip, so we worked out now. I run, say 0.5 squish on the band. Add more crankcase volume. Okay, that's the secret to make one of these things rev and go the way you see it on the YouTube. What I've done, yes, it makes a big difference, way big difference. This is where you're going to see the, which will have videos coming up. I can't wait to get on to the Rovan 71 engines, because I had to add extra 1 mil. Putting a copper head gasket and using the factory one at the same time to get the cylinder where it should be, and that's why I don't go. Adding more crankcase volume, stacking the barrel to your cylinder where it should be, so your piston sits level with your bottom of the exhaust port. Okay, the Rovan 71 sits like 1 mil above that. So you put 1 extra mil, you level everything up, put it where it is, then you cut your cylinder where you want to be, put a billet head on. You're going to see a different animal. Really see they only rev about 13,000 the way they would, oh, not even that, 12,000. Okay, so we should see a Rovan 71 doing 16,000 revs, close to 17, and you're going to see a different type of animal. Right guys, I'm out. Hope you learned something from this, and remember, there's method or madness, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.